stronger every day, even more. Stand together in the eye of the storm and show the whole world who we are. Oh, keep on walking to the sound of the drum.
Hi everyone and welcome to the results of the contest. My name is the Stress Ball, and first of all I would like to thank everyone who rated for all the levels. Your links are in the description, so if you guys want to check out who actually rated the levels, names are on the screen and links are in the description. Please check them out. Thanks so much for you guys. And also, thanks a lot for everyone who sent a level to me. Damn, the levels were good this time. We have an average rating of almost 7 out of 10, and that is amazing, considering not everyone in this list is even a well-known Happy Wheels author, so you guys really gave it your best. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna count down from 22 to 1. So first of all, we sadly have to announce who didn't win, and then eventually we'll get into the top 10 and reveal the winners of the Happy Wheels contest too. Alright, hope you guys are ready, and here is number 22. Alright, from the start of the contest on, it was going to be inevitable that there would be a level that's just too bad to even make it into the worst 5 levels or above. And I'm sorry to tell this to the author, but this is the one. It's too easy, there's not a lot of art, it's an empty level, there's not a lot going on, the story is ununderstandable, so you know, I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate to you why this level isn't really good instead of burning this author into the ground so that we can go on to the next level. So what we're going to try here is we're just going to demonstrate how you make it into this level, how you reach the finish line. So I'll just show you guys how to do that and then we can move on. Oh, hey, we made it. To make this as understandable as possible, what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to try to copy my initial reaction to playing this level for the first time. Oh, where is every... Oh, okay. Holy shit! Alright, let's try this again. So you go forward a bit. Okay. So... Oh. Holy shit, is that the stress ball? That's a rather aggressive ball. Let's attack, boys! What the fuck? So the problem with Pixel World is that it's a bit boring again, and there's a lot of major flaws in the level. Other than the flaws, it is a quite okayish level. So you start off in a kind of like Minecraft looking world with big pixel blocks. Looks pretty cool, I like the design. And then you come across this big tree. Now what you have to do is look for an axe. We have a problem. We can't pass the tree. We're gonna have to look for an axe. So what do? Nothing. You get the axe. Next thing you do is wait. Really long. That took a while. So the problem with that is that every time you start the level you have to wait for that. Luckily the level author added a tree skipper, which I tried multiple times but it glitched the level. So unfortunately, because I didn't make it in one time, I had to play the level a lot of times and I had to wait for a lot of trees. After the tree you randomly encounter me as a boss battle. Now I understand this level is called Pixel World, so it just has random pixelated references to things and there's not really a story, so that's okay. The boss battle is kind of fun, it has references to my channel like the Holy Crap and BaumHD, a YouTuber I collab with, who also rated these levels. Now my first problem is that if the crabs fall on your head, you're supposed to dodge them and then they fade away so they don't hurt you. Problem is, sometimes they don't. And then you die. Anyway, after I got past the crabs, come on! Anyway, after I got past the crabs and smashing both my front and my back wheel, I had to click a geometry dash character, which obviously isn't really challenging for anyone who can click a mouse faster than regularly or just even regularly. You fall down, there's a portal, and there's a cool thingy at the end where you still see BaumHD and me, and then there's the level finish. Well created, nice animations, and a bit of a buggy level. The next level is called the sewer edge because obviously you are in a sewer and you're trying to get out because the sewer is collapsing. Now this level was a bit boring as well, but I liked it. Personally, this was one of the levels that I liked playing. Again, I'm not saying that it's good, but it was fun to play. So right at the start you can already see where it's going wrong. If you look at Pogo Stick guy over here, what are you doing there? You're gonna fall into the sewer. Why are you floating above a sewer? So you know, nothing special. You fall into the sewer, jump over a few gaps. There's a wall that seems weak, so you jump right through it. it. Then you find another wall. What you need to do is you need to find a hammer. So what I did was I started looking for the hammer and it wasn't hard to find. So I got my hammer and I continued playing. Now what I was wondering, if you need a hammer to break through a wall and then the whole wall falls on you, what will happen? Well, this Pogo Man's a pretty strong guy. So not too much challenging obstacles. There's like this tunnel and there's another wall. Then suddenly everything starts collapsing. There's red things and boom, and there's another boom, and then boom, and then it falls. And then you jump out and you made it. Next up, we have the level Unknown World by Alex Gearlix. I had a hard time deciding if I prefer the sewers or Unknown World, because Unknown World is a bit less detailed and a bit longer and more stretched as it seems. We have a nice entrance in the level over here. We start into Unknown World. The first thing we encounter is a mechanism where you have to pull the switch and put the box on the pressure plate so the wheels start spinning the other way. I'm gonna be a bit annoying here, but you don't have to put the box on the pressure plate in order to make the wheel spin the other way, so that's a very small flaw I found in your mechanic, but nevertheless it's a cool mechanic, so yeah. Then after that part, suddenly there's a flash, some kind of lamp, and I have no clue what it is. It just appears and it doesn't do anything. Pretty much all of the obstacles are just jumping. You jump, and then you jump a few times, and then you jump, and then you fall, you wait, you fall. We see some interesting stuff visually, and then you fall into a pit, and that's the end. Rising Darkness by The Real TDX. Another level that's a great example of using the stylish black foreground and gray background. If you're starting to feel a bit depressed by now by all the dark colors, then I can tell you that the next level will be a happy and bright level. Anyway, this level was a bit like the levels we played before. At the start we have a nice little intro. I like the art he made of the moon, and then we have a boat that doesn't really do anything. My criticism here with the lake is that if you even dip into the lake you already die. Would be nice if the dying spot would have been a bit lower, because I can't really save my jumps here. You just touch the lake and you're dead. Then I've noticed another trend, apart from the dark shading style to make levels. There's a lot of axes and hammers and things we need to break. After that part it seemed like it was your usual Pogo stuff, so falling down and jumping, when suddenly I died because of a spike set and I had no clue. I did not see that coming at all. Did you guys see that coming? I didn't. So then you jump off a cliff and suddenly you're on a plane. What do you know? You're on a plane. You jump your way to the finish and just don't make it and die. Wow, holy shit, this guy made a whole game! The level's called Mario. That's the joke, yeah. But Rick, why is it so dark in your room? Because I've been editing for the whole day. YouTube is a real job. It is. So, yeah. Let's go back to the video. Yeah, the level does look good, so that's why I got a pretty decent rating. But that is pretty much the only reason why this level got a pretty good rating. Because the gameplay isn't that interesting. I made it in my first try. And if you take a closer look at the level, then you can see that you're going from this to this to this. You can see that the author got a bit lazy. Overall, I'd say nice level. I would suggest you to make a part 2 and experiment a bit around more with what you can actually do with your cards. The next level is called Adventure Life. The next level is called Adventure of Life. No, wait, what? So the next level, Adventure Life or Adventure of Life, whatever, is a pretty interesting level. Again, it uses the black foreground and gray background thingy, and I would recommend to all level authors, if you want to get into the top 10 of the next contest that we might potentially do, then don't use this style. It is a really cool style to make easy art, but also really good looking art. But I'm not saying that it is the best way. Just a simply good colored level that suits your level better is way cooler. If you'd use some dark green here, maybe some brown, and just make it more magical, I think that would have suited the level way better. But hey, that's just me and my personal opinion. So a funny part about the first part of the level is that if you fall into the pit that's apparently supposed to kill you, you don't die. So you can keep going back and forth. You're not gonna get out, but it looks rather funny. The next part is some trees falling fallen into the water, I think, and it is rather hard if you're in a hurry, which I was the first time I played the level, and I have no clue why, but I kept dying over and over. If you eventually practice the level a little bit, you'll be able to make it in one time. This level was pretty cool, good job, but what I didn't like about this level at all is the random deaths. See, a normal obstacle has a kind of announcement, you know? Spikes in a pit, looks like you're gonna die from that. Moving logs, if you fall next to them, you're probably gonna die. And a crusher, it's probably going to kill you. However, if you're just riding around and suddenly you fall into the ground and it says you fell out of the map, that makes me think, you? Wasn't it you that made that pit randomly? At least make it look a bit obvious that I'm gonna fall there, but it was hard to distinct, and if you're playing the level for the first time, this would probably be something that makes people vote your level with a bad rating. What really impressed me about this level is that you kept your focus as an author and made it all the way to the other side of the level editor. That is really impressive. Being a level editor myself, I know that sometimes it can be hard to keep your focus and eventually you'll slack off with your level, making it a bit more boring and stuff. Like we saw with the Mario Kart level, but this level keeps your interest till the end of the level, and that is really cool. Good job on that.
Give it to you.
From the start on, Shadow Flames look really cool, and this is actually an amazing level, so I'm glad that it got some recognition. So the first thing I did in this level is discover an Easter egg, because if you wait long enough, wait for it, don't worry guys, I got this, I'm gonna fight it, I'm gonna fight this cloud, I'll kill it. So this level is basically just your normal friendly neighborhood, but apparently there's me, there's BoomHD, and there's Fatality 14, and you're fighting them as a boss battle. I don't know if Jacksepticeye was added because he is going to play our levels, but it was pretty cool that he was added as well. So the boss battles look pretty cool, they actually work quite well. I'm not a big fan of the exclamation mark type boss battles, but at least it works, so you know, there's that. Then, after you defeated me, you apparently meet Bomb 3D, which is it made me giggle, but I have no clue what it is. Then you trigger you trigger BoomHD. You click on him and then he's not triggered anymore because, well, he's dead. Then you kill Fatality 14, who throws an anvil, a head, and himself at you. After you've defeated all the bosses, you'll go into a best day ever boat, and you go into a black foreground, grey background level. So there's that. Anyway guys, if you play Clash of Clans, you heard it here first. On number 13, we find a really good level. It is Grassy Mountains by Bob Bilton. Now in my opinion, there is one big problem in this level, and it is that Bob Bilton tried to make it both very challenging and very fast. Now there's a few good examples of levels that are fast paced. If you play Happy Wheels a lot, you probably know of Speed, Bridge, or Downhill. Basically levels that go down a lot, go fast, have a lot of boosts, and essentially are just you speeding through the level. Well, those levels are really fun because it goes really fast, but what this level also has is that it has a few parts that are challenging, where you have to hurry up a bit, where you have to avoid obstacles. Now the combination of these two makes it really hard to finish this level without getting really frustrated. I've talked to some other authors and they thought the same of this level as I do, and basically where this level is just missing the point, for instance, is that right after the boosts we have a bump. Now it's a bit of a shame that you create a very fast level and you have a boost and it speeds you up, and then instantly after it you have like this rock that just sends you up and messes your flow up of the level, which makes it more like a bit of a struggle to maneuver through. Also the caves have walls that move up and down very fast, so going through it in a smooth way is rather challenging. Maybe the purpose of this level was to actually make it a bit bumpy and hard to maneuver through. In that case that did work, but if it's satisfying to play, that's something else. However, this level is really cool. It is very long, also because you go pretty fast. There are some loopings, you go big parts through the grass and through cave. Overall this level looks so good that I'm pretty sure it couldn't have been done any better. Anyway, besides from some of my constructive criticism, this level is really good and I could easily see this be top rated of the week or something. Alright, stop, pause. This level, by far, my personal favorite of the whole contest. Hey Cheer, if you're watching, and I know you're watching, you're a genius, you're brilliant. Of course, this isn't the best level. There's a lot of good authors that have better levels, but this is just by far my personal favorite, so I'm just letting you guys know. The story of the level is that you're irresponsible dad and you're basically going to eat cookies at grandma, but you're on the roof. So what do you have to do? You have to get there and destroy everything in your way. The insane part of this level is that it has more than 10, 12, whatever multiple routes. You can destroy everything in the level, and it even has 8 different personal challenges for actual people like me, Matt-Shay, Jacksepticeye and whatever. It is insane. It is just amazing. So, you know, we're just gonna go ahead and enter the building. Sorry guys. Whoops. I'm trying to get past here. I'm trying to like... Whoops. Sorry guys. Just trying to find the cookies. Alright, let's go. Easy on this one. I'm sorry. I need to go past. Has anyone seen the cookies? Trying to find them. Jesus Christ. Yo, what's good everyone? My name is MC Ballstress. And you know what the best part of this level is? We went to the right. You wanna go upstairs and cause some shit there? No problem, mate. There's even more to destroy up there. Go ahead. Sorry. As a nice coincidence, we have 2 simulators in a row. First we had Rooftop Simulator and now we have Lawn Mowing Simulator. Now if you think this level is less chaotic and random, well, you're kinda right, but this level is still very bizarre. I love the humor of the creator because this is a lawn mowing simulator. It's supposed to actually show an average day in the life of someone who controls a lawnmower. So at first you think, this looks nice, sunny weather, I'm going to mow some lawns. Next thing you know, you fall through the ground and you're attacking some kind of worm. The worm... After you defeated a worm in Lawnmower Simulator, you talk to a rock. Hey, just so you could drive over me? After this bizarre conversation with the rock, you stumble across a... barrier boss battle? Apparently the barrier has a health bar. And there's a sign saying click for hint. If you click it, it says click barrier. And if you click that barrier, you defeat the barrier. Now the first few times I played this level, I was really annoyed because I saw another random death. And I was like, there's suddenly a rock falling on your head. Why is that so random? When... At the 3rd time of playing this, I noticed there's actually a sign saying watch out for your head, there is a rock incoming. So it wasn't too random, my bad. Then at the end you have a nice little challenge where you have to go over a gap and then you go up and you have to dodge the sides of the wall. And then you make it. Overall, just a really good level. Well done. Here's level Parkour Pogo Adventures 2 by Ender Einstein. This is actually his 2nd in the series. Now here's some interesting things about Ender Einstein you may want to know. First of all, just like Bob Bilton, Tyrone, myself and a lot of others, Ender Einstein also participated in the previous contest. In that contest we told him, alright Ender Einstein, your level was awesome but it's way too hard. A lot of people aren't that good with the pogo stick guy. He actually took the criticism very good and he made a really great level which is actually possible for us all to finish. So way to go Ender Einstein, you handled the criticism really well. This is actually a really good level and I think that's why it almost got an 8. This is good use of criticism. Now also interesting is that his description says, by the way, it was all my idea to have Jack to do the contest for 100. And that is true. Jacksepticeye has his Let's Play Happy Wheels 100 very soon. And Ender Einstein actually suggested to me that I would send the levels to Jacksepticeye. Now I have to thank Matt-Shay here for helping me because he helped with reaching Jacksepticeye. And thanks to Matt-Shay and thanks to Ender Einstein, we will probably have our best levels of the contest soon played by Jacksepticeye. I hope Matt's gonna play the levels as well, we already rated them, but Matt, if you're watching, that's up to you. Now enough side stuff and actually talking about the level is really fun. This is one of the Pogo levels that's actually not just jumping over stuff, but it's watching out for stuff. It is actually timing your jumps, making sure that you get the correct angle for a jump. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel a bit proud of Ender Einstein. Good job man, you delivered. You made a really good level. There's basically only 2 things I can say about Flappy Dimension. It is absolutely amazing. And it is impossible for me. I think Happy Seals, the creator of the level, is the only person that can actually make it. If you think you can make it, give it a try. You can look up Flappy Dimension on Happy Wheels. So the first part is your average Flappy Bird level and then suddenly it turns into one epic boss battle style pixel fight. Describing it doesn't really work, so I'm just going to show it to you. I'll add some nice music and I'll keep it short, skip the boring parts and enjoy. This German level called Mittelalter means Middle Ages, and it's created by Maker Studio. Now Maker Studio is apparently a level author that puts effort in everything, which makes the level look so perfect. Just look at the intro already. We have his name and it slowly appears, and then we have the stripe under it. Then there's actually an intro again with the title of the level, and then finally we get a German explanation. I translated the whole thing for all raiders, so don't worry Maker Studio. Now as you go through the level you have to collect things in order to progress. I want to collect this. I need this. Can I have that one? Thank you. Everything was done really well, the houses look good, the grass looks good, everything just looks really realistic. There's a part in the level with a witch in a house, and if you give her 3 mushrooms she actually kills you. I could call that an unfair death, I'm not sure, but yeah. It's at least a way to make a click level lethal, so I guess that's a creative way to do that. Now not only is this simply a click level, but you actually have to maneuver past things. And I'm not talking about the small parts like jumping over rocks or cutting down a tree as the trend continues. But have you guys seen a boss battle? It is so freaking amazing. This boss battle looks really good. Look at the dragon, that's a nice dragon. We're currently looking at levels that are so good that they're just featured worthy in Happy Wheels. You did an amazing job Maker Studio, well done. Ever heard of those real life escape the room games? Well, that is exactly what their level were remade in Happy Wheels. You're locked up in a room and you have to find clues in order to get out of the level. Now the cool thing about this level is that there is so many custom things in it that it could be its own game. Happy Wheels has a default font, but their level builder created this very own font and it looks so clean and realistic. He also created his whole own menu and he is pretty famous for being very good with triggers, so the whole level works pretty well. I wasn't able to find any bugs in this level whatsoever. When I first tried this level on my own and without looking at his own replay, I managed to get pretty far. However, eventually I died because if you make only one mistake, you lose the level. This level we're seeing right here is The Woods by Tyrone11, and Tyrone said to himself, screw characters, I'm going to create my very own character, and he did. He designed a character that walks pretty smooth. He can jump and he has animations when he walks, so it all looks very cool. Bit of a problem with this is that although it looks smooth, the walking feels a bit unnatural, the jumping is a bit glitchy. It still works really well, and I think this is the best that an Happy Wheels author can do to create his own character, but nevertheless, it's a bit glitchy and that's a bit of a shame. Also, the pace of the character is a bit slow, so you have to walk for a long time to get somewhere. However, other than that, this level is brilliant. Hard work on the triggers, but it looks like it works really well, and also the level looks amazing. Look at the leaves, I think the leaves look really cool. He layered a lot of color, so it looks very realistic. I think once you know what to do, you can check out a replay of course, but this level is very easy. There's not like any obstacles that you can dodge, and it's pretty much impossible to die because you only have to know what to do. So in that sense, it's kind of a level where you know what to do instead of a challenging level. I also like how the Happy Wheels character looks so realistic. Like Irresponsible Dad and the old man. Very cool. Alright, so I think Tyrone was number 6. Let's have a look at who's number 5. Me? Me? I got number 5? Rick, shut up and go editing your video. Alright, chill, jeez. Now obviously I wasn't really seriously participating in the contest, but it was still fun to put myself on the list, because you know it's pretty cool that my rating got all the way to number 5. So if you ended up on like whatever number 15, you can consider yourself number 14, that's fine. This also means that if you are number 11, you're technically number 10, so you deserve a prize. Lucky you! All things considered, I'm not joining the contest, but I'm still putting myself on the list, and also thank you to everyone who voted for my level, I really appreciate it. So now I'm going to have to talk a bit about my own level, and I don't know if I can actually give myself constructive criticism, although I can tell you guys what I'm unhappy about. Some parts of the level are a bit flat, and that's actually criticism that I had gotten from other authors. As you can see, for instance, the ground isn't really well decorated here, and over here it's a bit flat and could have been a bit more variety. Also, the temple part was maybe a bit cheap and looks a bit copied, but overall I'm still kinda happy with the result. A fun little Easter egg that I haven't seen anyone discover by themselves yet is that if you click on the TV, you'll see that the TV actually turns into a slot machine. It has nothing to do with the game Donkey Kong itself, but I just found it was pretty funny. Now my level is a Donkey Kong level, where in the first part you collect 3 DK barrels, and if you're done collecting all of them, you can move on to the mine. After you maybe take the minecart, which is a really cool route. you can go on to the temple, and then finally you take a cannon to the finish of the level. So overall I'd say that this is the level that I am the most satisfied with. Catler, I think that's how you pronounce it, I actually have no clue. It's a level made by Taurus4. Taurus was a little late with his entry, so I gave him some extra time, so he published his level later, and it was well worth the wait. I think these are the best graphics we're gonna find in the Happy Wheels contest. This looks so amazing. The first part of the level is actually kinda easy. You have to click some stuff, you have to place a box on the trigger to proceed, and then you have to find a crowbar in order to move the thing. It speaks for itself, and it's not that hard. You see some visually interesting stuff like it looks like a stone mine or a coal mine, I'm not sure what it is. And then finally you end up with a really challenging and interesting boss battle. It's a bit too fast if you encounter it for the first time, so chances are that if you do the boss battle for the first time, you're probably not gonna win it. But if you know what to do, then eventually the boss battle gets really cool. Overall, this is just a short, well-made, interesting and cool level, and I think it deserves to be this high in the list. Well done. If you've been watching all the way, then it's been a while, but we're finally on to the top 10, and these are really high rated levels. As you can see, number 3 is already a 9.1 out of 10, and this is a well deserved number 3. This level is called Typoman Rises, it's made by Trigger Titan, and it is a really creative idea. Basically, this is a world where most of the things are not built up of actual textures, but it's built up of words. For instance, there's a part where you can see a door made out of the letters D, O, O, and R, and there's a water tank where it just says water tank. So that's pretty much what we're seeing. The background is really awesome, it gives a very apocalyptic feeling to the level. There's also a soundtrack, but I'm not sure if it's copyrighted, so if you play the level, it is in the description of the level, and you can actually click a soundtrack. It also has a narrator to narrate the first part of the story. All very creative and things we don't see a lot in Happy Wheels, so that is really awesome. The level also has a pretty cool boss battle and some cool cutscenes, so overall I think this level is really complete and really fun to play. When it comes to creating a custom character, I think this is the level that did really well. The character actually feels pretty smooth and it's easy to control, so good job! Before we start the level review on number 2, I tried, alright? I tried. I really tried. So this level is called Pyramid of the Gods 2 for a reason. Bubbles the Cool One actually released the Pyramid of the Gods before and it got featured. So it is a really well known level and it is pretty good. So yeah, a good reason to make another one and make it really good as well. And as you can see, it is a number 2, so it is a really cool level. The level is extremely difficult. The only one who made it so far in the replays is the creator himself. I never finished the level myself. I gave it 2 tries again this time, but I failed. So instead, let's watch a replay of Bubbles the Cool One as I tell you what I think of the level. So first of all, it is obviously clear that Bubbles the Cool One is definitely the king of the boss battles. This guy is so freaking good at making a boss battle. There is no exclamation mark stuff going on. It is all real fights. Pretty realistic stabbing in that stuff, arm movements. It is so cool to see that all the characters really come to life. It's not just a picture of someone and then a sword falling on your head. It is actually the character fighting with you, and that makes this level so alive. What's also cool is that the temple is pretty big and the elevators take you up and down, so it's kind of like with floors, and that makes the level pretty big and cool. When it comes to art, I think the visuals are not extremely stunning, but overall just really good, so well done on that as well. And I think this level deserves to be on number 2. It is a good level. And here we are at number 1. Absolutely amazing. This is the level with the best graphics by far and the best mechanics. There's a few references to Trigger Titan in the level, meaning that Trigger Titan actually helped a lot with the mechanics in this level, because this level is a collab between Creative as Hell and Trigger Titan. Now it's cool that these authors came together and used their own talents, and you can see that back in the level that each did their own stuff and it turned out to be amazing. You can clearly see that Creative as Hell is very good at detail, because look at the moss on the floor. That is so realistic, it is unbelievable. Again, like I said with some other levels, it almost looks like a real own game, and that is basically what you want to achieve with Happy Wheels levels. You want to make the player forget that they're actually playing a Happy Wheels level. And with this level, that is what happened to me. Because damn, this is cool. Another level with a custom character. These levels seem to be pretty popular nowadays with the good Happy Wheels authors. And apparently a lot of the people who rate it also like them. So the first stage is full of cool things you can do. There's a health bar you have. You can actually lose health. You can get some health back. There's challenges. And you have to collect 4 parts of the keystone. And when you have the keystone, you finish the level. Right? Wrong, because here's the next part of the level. This is stage 2. There's a big lava waterfall, and what you want to do is pull the lever so that the lava waterfall stops streaming. And then you finally make it. Right? Wrong, there's part 3. And then you make it. What a big, amazing level. Man, I'm glad you guys joined my contest. And I'm not just talking about the number 1, but about all of you. This was amazing. This was fun rating the levels. I'm glad I stayed up for this. Because it's midnight now. Yeah, maybe I regret my choice. Nah, it's fine. I can live without sleep. Who needs sleep? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks so much to everyone who rated the levels. Thanks so much to everyone who sent the levels. Thank you Ender Einstein for giving me the suggestion to Jacksepticeye to play the levels. Thank you Matt Shea for letting Jack know which levels to play. And thank you Jacksepticeye for potentially playing the Happy Wheels levels. I hope you're gonna do it, man. If you like this video, then please leave me a like. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. We are probably going to do another contest. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!